The movie's been in the conceptual works for the better part of a decade, and its auteur, James Cameron, has firmly put his hat in the video game arena, sharing resources between the film and the game. Does the mind behind Aliens and the Terminator represent the big blue hope for movie games? Or is Avatar a return to dire disaster like Cameron's Dark Angel?
Welcome to your new home, people. Hell's Gate.
Welcome to Pandora, a tropical paradise of a planet, if you don't count the vicious flora and fauna, the unbreathable atmosphere, and the 10-foot-tall blue natives called Na'vi, who aren't all that happy about the strip mining operations the Human Resources Development Alliance has going on. A matronly, if Sigourney Weaver-esque personality on the video screen briefly wishes you well as the newest security grunt to come planetside, and then you're off to oppress people, shoot plants, and pilot your very own biological Na'vi shell, commonly called an avatar. The minutiae of the planet and the RDA's burgeoning tech can be scanned and referenced in a handy Pandopedia, helping flesh out the world. A not-so-subtle twist comes an hour in where a binary choice must be made. Stick out your tour of duty with the RDA and engage in a few war atrocities, or go native and try a more permanent stint as a Na'vi, if they'll have you. The result is 2 campaigns to run through, with a handy save spot given at decision time. Ecology and genocide are big issues, and they're dealt with in the broadest of strokes. The themes quickly evaporate once the firefights start up. This year, one of the biggest Twitch designers, Gears of War's Cliff Bleszinski, stated that the future of shooters is RPGs. Avatar attempts to embody this statement, combining old-school shooting, that is, no cover system, with kill-and-collect MMO-style quests. Expect tsunamis of experience points as rewards, leading to level-ups with new weapons and skills. Quests are linear, one-at-a-time affairs, with additional side objectives of the blasé explore-the-map variety that give little experience, and the same goes for offing enemies. This means about the only time you level is when you finish your current main story mission. While it takes grinding out of the equation, it also makes leveling moot. Your gains are immediate, with new and upgraded weapons and abilities, and while you can mix and match to a degree, the amount of choice is limited, and there's no other stats, making the progression feel rather arbitrary.
I have no time for your riddles. Come, we attack.
The actual missions do expand beyond herd thinning and doodad collecting with some large-scale skirmishes. Unfortunately, there are far too many repetitive objectives. If the shooting and XP explosions are too much, there's also a very user-unfriendly game of Planetary Risk you can play for some small bonuses, but it doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the experience. Multiplayer features standard modes like Deathmatch and King of the Hill. You can pick your side, shooting with the RDA or hitting hard with Na'vi. The XP gimmick disappears here, giving you stock characters, powers, and weapons to choose from. While racking up kills is always a good time, the overall effect feels bare bones, with no leaderboards, a cumbersome interface for getting into games, and a large emphasis on waiting for powers to recharge rather than skills to get the kills. There are a few fundamental differences between the RDA and Na'vi campaigns. The RDA has more guns, a flamethrower, explosives, and vehicles. The Na'vi get big thwacking sticks and sniper-like bows, as well as some guns and organic locomotion. Being able to get close and pound someone as a Na'vi is the biggest distinction, but with all the guns, there's a lot of crossover in playstyle. Even some of the special abilities are shared, like shields, increased damage output, and health regeneration. Other more species-specific skills, like summoning an animal companion, are reserved for one side, and have longer cooldowns to boot. While waiting for shields to recharge is in time with, say, a Halo game, raining down killer bats can only be done every few minutes, with poor audio and visual cues to let you know when they're primed. Considering the fast-paced firefights, they're likely to fall to disuse in favor of the more reliable and faster-charging vanilla powers. Combat falls on the chaotic side, with lots of circling and readjusting aims since most enemies can take quite a few machine gun slugs or arrows. The reticle offers no lock-on or aim assistance, which often makes the Na'vi's swords and clubs more appealing. Even as you unlock new armor, a few well-placed bullet barrages can sap your health, burn away shields while they're activating, and drain the healing surge you've just applied. Using skills doesn't grant any clemency from bullets or snapping jaws during their canned animation routines either. With no active cover system, it's up to you to stalk through the greens safely. Just be careful not to fall, as even minor tumbles will tax your health. Avatar is ultimately aggravating. The conceit of leveling goes against the heavy reflex playstyle, as do the additional MMO tropes like ability cooldowns. For those who share Cameron's love of technology and also his large production budgets, try the game's 3D stereoscopic modes, as long as your TV supports it. For the rest of us, there's still a world of lush jungles and floaty rocks to explore. Even when the forest feels more like a hallway with occasional open areas, the verticality and verdant expanse bleeding through the boundaries is a stunning tribute to nature. The sound pollution offered up by gunfire cuts the contrast along with RDA's vehicles and structures. While the voice acting from the gruff paramilitary and labored English from the Na'vi serve their stereotypes, the way you get caught up in its atmosphere is one of Avatar's saving graces. Riding the XP train to Levelland might not be the future of shooters, at least not as far as Avatar goes. Somewhere, there's a decent game hiding camouflaged in the canopies. When dinging levels leaves you feeling blue, even a Na'vi eco-terrorist will run for greener pastures.